Let me just state this because I think it's important. He's not a whistleblower. He's not a human rights activist. He's wanted on a series of serious criminal charges brought in the Eastern District of Virginia in the United States.
We're back. That was official State Department characterization by Jen Psaki, that a spokesperson of former U.S. security contractor Edward Snowden's status 2 weeks ago from the State Department. That was her reminding reporters that Snowden is indeed a wanted fugitive by this government, our government. Snowden, quote, the most wanted man on the planet, has been holed up in the transit zone of a Moscow airport for nearly 6 weeks. But in a new twist to this international saga, Russia granted him temporary asylum today. Snowden left by taxi to a nearby secure location. He can now live and work in Russia for up to a year, while his application for permanent political, I guess it's exile, is pending. A recent Washington Post ABC poll showed that 3 out of 4 Americans believe the massive collection of phone call data by the NSA, the National Security Agency, that Snowden personally exposed intrudes on our privacy rights. You got it. 3/4 of us don't like what they've been doing. While the White House and the State Department may consider Snowden a criminal, even a traitor, he may have actually performed a public service for exposing these privacy concerns, sparking a national debate which goes on over the government's far-reaching security tactics. Joining now is Pulitzer Prize-winning columnist Eugene Robinson of the Washington Post and Simon Marks of Feature Story News. Gentlemen, I want to go with Eugene here. I don't know whether, to me, the issue isn't so much Putin's enjoying this, exploiting it. Obviously, it's an opportunity for him to tweak us,
sure,
as it is what we think as Americans.
Exactly.
About him and what we think, more importantly, what we think of our government.
Exactly. I think what we think about him, and is he a good guy, is he a bad guy? I don't care about that. Well, I do have strong opinions about what we've learned, courtesy of Edward
And you don't
Snowden.
like it?
No, I don't like it. And it's ironic that, of course, officials from the president on down are saying, well, of course, we should have a national debate about security versus privacy and all this stuff. Well, we couldn't have that debate unless he had leaked the stuff. They weren't ever going to tell us.
So the end justifies the means.
Well,
that's a hard one.
The fact that we now know that there are secret courts developing a secret body of law interpreting the Fourth Amendment, and we can't even know about it. We can't even know what those opinions say.
Simon, you get this? I mean, I think this is the American debate. Jump in here. I mean, it's probably true of every country. There's 2 important political questions in our lives: the relationship between our government and us, and our country's role in the world. Those are the 2 issues that drive all political debates. Go ahead.
It's absolutely true, Chris, and this is a debate that is taking place right now in other parts of the world. I was just doing a radio appearance on a radio station in London where they're discussing whether the British government shouldn't have granted Edward Snowden asylum and stood up for him, because the polling data here and there suggests that most people view him as a hero for having released this information.
Well, here's some numbers, by the way. 74% now say the government's been intruding in our lives, basically. And we don't get many polls that are 74 to 22, Gene.
No, we don't. Now, there was another interesting question in that poll. There's another question that asked, is it more important to protect our privacy rights or to investigate possible terrorist threats? And more people said it was important, like 57%, to investigate terrorist threats.
But you can do this without holding this.
Well, exactly. I think it's perfectly consistent. If there's an investigation, if you have a target, if you know what you're looking for, as in a Fourth Amendment search.
But surveillance is not an investigation.
And gathering this huge mountain of data, of our personal data, with no suspicion.
Simon Marks, I'll give you more time next time. We're just short tonight, but thank you. You were a great gent to come on tonight, as always. And thank you. I'm glad to hear the world perspective on this. Gene Robinson, Simon Marks. We'll be right back after this.